Happy Friday. So I'm going to try to keep today's Q&A session short. I am preparing for my big event in Dallas next week. I'm super excited. I know I'm going to meet a handful of you guys there, and we are literally over one weekend going to knock out all of your top of funnel and middle funnel ads all in one weekend and get them launched in your ads manager. So for those of you guys who took me up on that offer to meet me in Dallas next week, I'm super excited to meet you. So I'm just going to go right into the Ask Laurel. I'm going to skip a little training today and just get right into the Q&A. I've got a lot of stuff to do. As a reminder, there is no set time for these lives on Friday. I generally get to them whenever I have time. And so today I just happen to have a quick 20 minutes or so. So I want to make sure that everyone gets their questions answered. So I am just going to go straight into it. So Kim says, Laurel, I forgot where I noted down what your warm audience was again. How many days for Instagram page websites again? Thank you. So if you go into, there's two sections where you can find this information. You can go to building your audiences, and it will have how I build my custom audiences right here, which are my warm audiences. Or if you go into the retargeting section, I actually talk about my warm stack, and I actually show you guys how to do that right there. Great question, Miss Kim. So Monique says, can we share our 5 questions offer challenge here for feedback? Absolutely. So number 1 is we create a sound bath glamping weekend that helps people relax into healing themselves. Cool. I like that. I'm not really sure. I know what sound bath glamping is. I know what glamping is, but I'm not really sure what sound bath is. So I might want to define that a little bit more. Number 2, our audience is aware of their need to heal themselves and are looking for solutions. Awesome. 3, a quiet place to unplug from the matrix and ground deeply by earthing. I love that. By the way, Monique, I love this offer. Host events, educate, activate. This would be something that me and my wife would actually love to go to. So number 4, non-scary introduction to self-healing and rejuvenating principles, showing how easy it can become a habit. I like that. Okay, that's pretty clear. Number 5, come explore this land and expand. Okay, this is the one sentence that we need to say. We need to get people to say, I want this. Okay, so this is going to be the big promise, the one big promise. Okay. So come explore this land and expand your spirit with sound. This does not make me, this would not make me and my wife want to go and do this. But if you said something, heal your stress, you're like, I'll just make something up just so that you can see how clear I want you to get with this. So what if you said something like, heal all of your business stress over one weekend, for entrepreneurs who, let's see, I'm trying to do this off the cuff. Let's see, how would we do this? I don't really know enough about your offer, but it's that one sentence that's going to get, if over 3 days we could heal all of your business stress, and for, I'm trying to think, because usually it's how to X within X days, right? So heal all of your business stress over the next 3 days would be a good offer. So that's what I mean by that one sentence. Like, what is that one sentence? Like, hey, spend 3 days with me and I will heal all of your business stress, plus tell you how to keep up with it, or something like that. Sorry, I have lack of coffee today, but that's what an offer is, right? Like if you think of like, Progressive, Geico, like all of those, like 15 minutes can save you 15% or more on car insurance, right? That is an offer. I'll help you do your ads for just $7 a month. That is a one-line offer that people will say yes to. So Monique, you have to figure out, what is that one line that people will say, yes, I want to do this. And that offer is here, right? You're going to take it's like basically, hey, business owners, unplug from your business for an entire weekend, for X amount of dollars or something like that. So work on that a little bit more, because this is not clear. Remember, people are going to give you money for what you say in this one line. Okay. That's good for everyone to understand. People are going to pay for this one line. So it has to be tangible and it has to be clear. Sarah says, hey, Laurel, my first 2 power offer, I think you mean power content videos didn't meet the recommended KPIs, because you're talking about moving on to the power offer. So I'm assuming these are your power content videos. My third one is costing over $2 per 100% video view. Should I change the first two that didn't to different videos? You should keep doing power content videos until you're hitting that KPI. Now, remember, I updated the KPIs. First KPI, 15 cents per through play. Second KPI, are we generating leads for less than $1? Meaning, are we able to get people to watch 25% or more of a video for less than $1? If that is not happening after 5,000 impressions, we need to keep trying. Remember, advertising is a process. We have to put out now total transparency, guys. If you follow me, I always tell you guys, usually it takes me putting out 10 ads in order to get one super successful one. And so you have to be able to learn how to execute, measure, and refine, right? So Sarah, don't worry. This is totally normal. You didn't do anything wrong. This is just how the process goes. So I would leave the third one running and then try doing 2 other ones and trying to beat the KPIs of that third one. So here's the thing. At what point do I know it's time to move on to the power offer? Here's what I always tell my students. I always tell my students, launch your 3 pieces of power content, move right directly to the power offer, right? Because too many people are sitting on their power content videos. Place your power content videos, get them all approved, get them running, and then move on to your mission number 2, which is your offer, right? And so go ahead, you can launch your power content videos and then keep an eye on them as you're working through your power offer. So hopefully that was helpful. Robert Mervie said, should our power content be portrait or landscape? Depends on what your audience prefers. If you like, you can test both. I like the horizontal versus vertical. So landscape would be my preference because I feel like landscape videos show authority, right? And so I like being at a place of authority, but I do a lot of my middle of funnel videos in portrait vertical mode. Okay. So it just really depends on your audience. If you are a gym owner, power content done in vertical or portrait mode would probably be okay. It just depends. Don't overthink that stuff, guys. This stuff at the end of the day really doesn't matter. It's just about testing. And just like what I was telling Sarah right here, you test things, you measure them, and you refine. Okay. You're never going to hit it on the first one. If you do, you're lucky. Okay. I hardly ever hit, whenever I launch a new campaign, I hardly ever get a winning ad until 5 or 6 times of posting them. So Kylie says, Laurel, I have a question about setting up my web event configurations. I watched your video called Urgent. And I have all of the different options since I waited the time and all my events fired. So now I have all the options to set up all 8 events. Do I want to add all 8 events? I have purchased this setup as highest priority because I will be setting up a retargeting campaign to retarget anyone who visited a certain sales page but left. Awesome. We will be sending them to a page where they can watch a short video and call to action. Taking them to a sales page will hopefully lead to a purchase. So do I want any other event set up other than purchase at this time? Thank you so much. It is my pleasure, Kylie. So very good question. I only set up the events that I need. So for instance, I only use purchase campaigns. So the purchase event is the only one that I personally have set up. Now, most of my private clients, they have a call funnel set up. And so they will have the lead event and the schedule event. So it just depends. There's nothing wrong with setting up all of the different options, but I only set up the events that I personally use inside my ad account. So Aaron says, for YouTube ads, how would you modify strategy if your channel isn't allowed to have the commenting feature turned on? Because ours deals with photography and children, they shut that option off on our channel. Great question, Aaron. So I would probably put the CTA. I would tell people to look in the description of the video for that CTA. So you might not be able to get all the comments and personally answer people, but for your top of funnel power content, I would just put whatever you want them to get in the description. If you are running an offer to them, like getting people to book with photography, I would probably use an in-stream ad, right, for your offer ad. So it really depends on whether you're talking power content or if you're talking about your offer ads. So if it is the power content ads, I would just put that freebie in the description. And if it's in stream, you won't need the comment. So that's why I'm thinking that you probably mean this question for power content. So if it's power content, just put the freebie in the description. You're still gonna be able to build up that audience of people who are watching the video so that you can send them an in-stream offer ad a little bit later. Really great question, Aaron. Savina says, hey, I'm confused about the CTA for power content for a low ticket offer or lead gen squeeze page. So you should probably rewatch that strategy. Power content is built to not push people to either of these things. Power content is built to build goodwill. Okay. So in my last training with my private students, I told everyone the origin of my power content strategy. So my power content strategy actually came from Gary Vee's book, Jab, 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 Right Hook. Because a lot of people are like, well, why 3 pieces of power content? It's actually the jab, 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 and then the right hook's the offer, right? And so whenever I created my power content strategy, in Gary Vee's book, he talks about giving value 3 times before making an offer. And so power content is not designed to get people to opt in or necessarily buy something, okay? So for instance, my power content for my $7 program gets people to raise their hand. So the power content video that I have running right now is my $5 ad strategy, okay? So when people in the comments are saying, hey, I want that value bomb of how to set up that $5 ad strategy, I personally reach out to them in Messenger and give them a value bomb. I do not sell them. Now, inside that value bomb, right, the cheat sheet, I do have a CTA for my $7 program. So the power content itself is designed to not have a strong call to action. It actually is designed to give value so that we can move people to a conversation. So I would recommend you going through my my power content strategy again so that you can fully understand that power content is not built to sell. It is built to have conversations. But Savina, that is a really good question, and I'm glad that you asked that. I would rather you guys ask these questions instead of assuming. So hopefully you guys understand power content is built for goodwill and awareness, and it's built to produce conversations, not direct sales, okay? So Lisa says, I've listened to the power content workshop, also downloaded the resources. I seem to have missed how to put together my signature framework. Please let me know where I can find that context. So your signature framework is just something you should know, right? If you're teaching people how to do something and you didn't give me context, I don't know what you do, so I don't have no idea. But for instance, right, whenever I teach, like my signature framework, one of them is the $500 a month video funnel, right? So whenever I put together that framework, right, the first thing I teach is power content. That's my first pillar. My second pillar is conversational 2 steps, right? And then the third is the retargeting strategy. We should all know what our process is, whether we have a brick and mortar business, whether we have a online business, whether we are selling e-commerce. There's always a signature framework, right, as to why something works. So I just got finished helping someone with a campaign for a digital video kit. It's an e-commerce product that is made up of a microphone, a light, and a phone holder. And it's all on this one stick. It's kind of like a selfie stick that has a light and a microphone built into it, okay? And so they were like, well, what's our signature framework? I'm like, dude, the 3 things that make up the perfect way to shoot video for YouTubers, right? Their signature framework is comprised of, here's this fancy light stand, here's this fancy microphone, here's this selfie stick that can maneuver in so many different ways. Everyone has a signature framework. Even the restaurant that I work for, right? We have to get people through the door we tell them the brand story. We tell them why this restaurant is owned and operated in the way that it is, and why is their food different? Every one of us has signature frameworks, right? Don't overthink signature frameworks. Now, Lisa, if you're not sure, just ask on the Ask Laurel, but give me more context, right? If I knew the context behind what you do for people, I could have answered this a little bit more clear, but hopefully that just gives you, there's no structure to your signature. You should just know it, right? How do you take people from X to Z, right? What is the process? What is the first step? What is the second step, right? Basically, your signature framework is just how do you get people from point A to point B, and you just give it a tangible, right? If we're talking about that e-commerce product, right? How do we get people from doing crappy videos to doing awesome videos? Well, 1, we've added a light. Number 2, we've added stability to the selfie stick. Number 3, we've added a high-end mic, right? So that was the signature framework to getting people from crappy videos to awesome videos. So we all have signature frameworks. So Graham had a really good question. Graham, make sure that you're giving me context in this. My team had to go back and find your original question because you weren't really clear, okay? And I don't want to pick on Graham, but guys, if you want my help, please just do a little bit more legwork. Don't make my team do any extra work. If you guys, treat this as you would treat a high ticket program. And I'm not picking on Graham. I know Graham is new here, but I just want to make sure that you guys are giving me context, okay? Because this is a really, really good question. So Graham says, in Laurel's power content video, she talks about Facebook clicking through her funnels, checking out landing pages. I'm not sure what to do now with my funnels as they all relate to health and fitness, weight loss specifically. My ad account got shut down because of mentioning weight or how someone looks or might look. Will I need to change my whole funnel and use different wording? Can anyone give me some information, please? This is an amazing question, Graham, and this is why I wanted you to put this in here, okay? Because I want you guys to listen carefully. If you have a business model, whether it is in the health or whether it is in the mental health, right? Anything that Facebook would say, you're talking to someone that can be aimed at them negatively, they do not like it. They want more people to stay on the platform. So if you have a weight loss offer, for instance, Facebook does not want us to write copy assuming that the person reading this is overweight. That is offensive. Facebook doesn't want to piss everyone off. They want to keep people on the platform. So when you have an offer, and I'll use weight loss as an example, we have to position it in either first or third person. They also ban before and after photos, okay? So if your funnel has before and after photos, you need to pull those out, okay? You need to put some client testimonials in there. No before and after photos. That is completely banned, okay? It will get your ad account shut down. More than likely, your business manager will also get banned and your profile will get restricted. We do not want that to happen, okay? But here's how to get around it. Use either first person, like here's how I lost 18 pounds in the last, 30 days or 60 days or whatever, or here is the workout our private clients are using to lose 30 pounds over the last 90 days. So you want to keep your funnel because Facebook does click through, okay? Facebook will click through from an ad and go and look at your landing page. This is why, Graham, and everyone else who has high risk offers like this, I call this a high risk offer because it is an offer that Facebook does not favor very much, okay? This is why it is important that you set up power content before moving to an offer funnel, okay? Power content will protect your ad account because power content has 0 links and it has a very short copy. It is very seldom that power content gets rejected, okay? As long as you're following the rules, if you have a high risk offer, and I'm talking not only health, but money and wealth and make money online, okay? Power content will protect your account. It will keep it in good standing. That way, if you launch an offer that's going to a landing page that Facebook does not like, you will know it's the landing page and not the offer because you've already successfully ran power content, okay? So that is why it's super, super important that you guys play by the rules. I mention this over and over and over again. If you guys have not gone through my training in the Get Ready protocol that says business manager and ad policy training, I talk about this. Here's this video. Strategies on keeping your Facebook ad account in good standing, the do's and don'ts. If you have not watched this video, guys, I recommend you not only watch this video, but the entire course on keeping your ad account safe and how to create all of your backups, okay? If you guys hear the excitement in my voice, guys, I cannot stress enough. I want you guys to go through the training step by step, okay? Get Ready protocol has a lot of important things that you need to go through, okay, before you start going through the program. So hopefully that made sense. But Graham, this was an excellent question, and thank you for allowing me to answer it on today's call because it is super, super important. So Chuck says, what is the best way to get a lot of volume out of Facebook ads without having the CPA increase too much? Trying to learn how to keep a good balance between volume and cost. Here's what I do, Chuck, and this is why I teach you guys to launch a lot of ads. As a matter of fact, I launch 5 to 10 new ads every single week. Facebook favors new content. And so that's why a lot of people who've been running ads for a really long time, a lot of the older ads that they were running are burnt out. Okay. So there are a couple of things that you can do to actually lower your acquisition costs. One, by regularly testing new ads and audiences. We need to be doing this every single week. I recommend that students test new ads. 10% of their budget should be going to ad testing, okay? Like for me personally, I test 5 to 10 new video ads, and I love video ads. Video ads get me a lower cost per acquisition as well. Video ads I have found to be the most effective when it comes to actually conversions, okay? Now, another thing that is going to lower the cost, because if we can lower the cost of our CPMs, right, our cost per 1,000 impressions, it's also going to lower our cost per acquisition. One of the things that will lower your cost per impressions is actually creating more content, okay? Facebook favors newer content. Another way to lower your CPMs is by going with broader audiences and using narrow targeting messaging, okay? A lot of people get that backwards. They want to go laser targeted and they want to go more broad in their messaging, but it's actually backwards. We lower our cost per impressions by going with a broader audience. So for example, for my conversion campaigns, instead of targeting Amy Porterfield, Russell Brunson, and Frank Kern like I do with my power content, with my offer ads, I actually go broader. Because of all the pixel data, I can go broad. I have sold this program over 6,000 times. My pixel is very robust now. And so it allows me to go broader. So instead of targeting zero, like going really, really super targeted, I actually just target people with who have an interest in lead generation. Then I narrow that down to email marketing, right? Because I know if someone has those two interests, they have my audience. So instead of going after super targeted interests, I go more broad. And I test, okay? Now, another thing that's gonna lower your acquisition cost is retargeting, my ecosystem. So I will say this, my retargeting ads, I run them for $2 a day. I run 7 at a time, okay? So that's $14 a day. My retargeting ads convert for less than $2 a pop. I get members inside the $7 program for less than $2 because of my robust retargeting strategy. So I will go super hard top of funnel, right? But then I have a very sophisticated retargeting strategy, and that has significantly lowered the cost per acquisition. So Chuck, that was a really great question. Those are all of the things that I am personally doing for myself and for my clients in order to keep those CPAs low, because you will find if you're using the same ads and the same audiences, that CPA will keep creeping up. And so those are all of the different ways that I use in order to keep my ad costs very low, very low. Like my CPAs for this program are less than $2 a pop. Miss Sherry, hey Sherry, haven't seen you in a while. Let's see. She says, hope you're well. My question is that I am starting a new website. The primary purpose of this is going to be for transformational coaching, so whole different niche and avatar. This is different than my old site, still up and running passive. This is going to be outside of the spirituality and manifesting realm. I am uncertain if I should get a whole new ad account or need a new pixel or just roll with the one I have. Nope, this is a great question. This is a super great question. You guys pay attention here. This is good. So because Sherry is going to a whole new audience with this offer, she's going to want to start a new ad account and a new pixel, okay? The only times that I recommend having a separate pixel and a separate ad account is when your audiences are completely different. We do not want to mix data, right? Now, let's say she was just creating a new offer, but it was to the same audience. Then she would use the same ad account and the same pixel, okay? Great freaking question, Sherry. I'm happy to see your face, man. I miss you on those calls, Sherry. I want to get together soon and have a beer, some wine in Biloxi. Sherry, get in touch. Let's do that. Let's have some wine in Biloxi. Miss Caroline. Hey, Caroline. She says, I'm currently doing your 7-day organic marketing sprint. Awesome. Guys, I made my first and second 6 figures using that. For those of you guys who don't know where that is, Lanyap 7-day organic marketing sprint. Guys, my first and second 6 figures were right there. She says, I've gone through the video in day 5. I provide copywriting services to coaches, consultants, and trainers. Below is my revamped copy. Headline. If you've been wasting precious time hopping on to discovery calls or answering inquiries only to find freebie seekers or people who are unwilling to buy your services, this video is for you. This is good. This is good. This is a really good start, Caroline. So let's go to promise of value, right? So here's something about her headline. Remember, we want people to say, this is me and I need to read more. She did this. This is targeting people who are hopping on discovery calls, right? So if a business is not hopping on discovery calls, they're not going to watch this video. And that is what we want. We want our power content to be polarizing to people who will never buy our offer. So she says, in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to teach you how you can strategically create written content for your website and sales page to increase your chances of attracting people who are serious about joining your coaching, consultancy, or training services to hop on a call with you. Woo! That's long. Just say something like, hey, if you're wasting time hopping on discovery calls and answering questions only to find that you're attracting freebie seekers, give me 5 minutes and I'm going to show you the one tweak to your copy that's going to start attracting only the people who are ready to buy your product. Keep it short and sweet, Caroline. But this is a good video. CTA, want my free lead pre-qualifier content checklist so you can start getting higher quality discovery calls. This is freaking awesome, Caroline. Use my copy that I just wrote for you right here through the flow of consciousness. See, sometimes I can write copy at the top of my head. Other times I cannot. So sorry, Monique, earlier. It took me a while, but Caroline gave me so much context. It was just easy to rewrite this. Very, very good, Caroline. You get an A+. Gary says, I'm not sure if this is a question that belongs here. Hey, worth a try, right? I work in one of the world's most boring areas, estate planning. I'm struggling to come up with a power content topic that's work. Oh my God, that is not boring. That is something that every freaking person needs. So Gary, again, when we're talking about our power content, what are the things that are going to attract? Like, what are those people who are planning who are planning to go through estate planning? What are they thinking about? What is keeping them up at night right now? So here's an exercise for you, Gary. Get out a new Google Doc. So go to doc.new. Okay, it's going to open up a new Google Doc. What I want you to do is I want you to write down, as people are going to see your ad, I want you to write down 5 things that they are currently doing right now as they are scrolling through. What is the anxiety that they're having behind estate planning, and what answers are they actively searching for? That is where your power content is going to do the best, okay? So Gary, do that assignment for me. And here's the thing, Gary, send it to me in the DM. I'm gonna personally help you, dude. Send me a DM with those 5 things that people are doing, and I'll shoot you back a Loom video, okay? I'll shoot you back a Loom video. See, guys, you participate in these Ask Laurels on Friday. I hook you guys up. Okay. As far, man, save the best for last. I know there's going to be a good question here. I'm in the process of setting up conversion ads, and I'd like to know what you recommend as a testing protocol. I previously experienced an aging testing 4 to 5 images, 3 different copy, and 6 headlines. First the copy, then the headline. I think each test was to achieve 2,000 impressions to see which gets the best CTR. I saw a different approach somewhere else where all combinations are tested at the same time within each audience. So I'm interested to know if you have any defined method for this. Your approach seems to be more real time once the ads are running. Yeah, so if you go into the program, I actually walk you through how I set all of these stuff up. You're going to learn about my 5x3 method. And also, let's see, if you go to my YouTube channel, that's Mr. Dan Nicholson, by the way, stand by. He's going to be giving you guys a really cool offer that, he's my financial advisor. And guys, just look to the Telegram channel here pretty soon. Okay. Look to the Telegram channel later today. I'm going to have a surprise for you guys. And it's completely free. It's completely free. So if you go into my YouTube channel, and I wanted to show you guys this anyway, I have a playlist of troubleshooting your ads. I have got some ad strategy replays here. I've got frequently asked questions from students. So I have been shooting videos of the best questions that you guys answer here. And so I made it a playlist on my YouTube channel. And also my top videos of 2022 so far. Power content mini course. So I am going to go, let's see, where did I put it? I think it's troubleshooting my ads. I think I put the thing in there. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so it's right here in the top videos of 2022 so far. This one right here, campaign setups, troubleshooting, and testing, okay? This video right here, again, it's on my YouTube channel, and under top videos of 2022 so far, you'll scroll, okay? Scroll here, campaign setups, troubleshooting, testing, and scaling. This was a video I did for my private Lean on Laurel students, but I just made it public for all of you guys. So happy Friday, guys. Hope you guys have a very blessed weekend. I love you all. Please keep the questions coming. But please, 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 before you're just asking random questions in the group, please, go through the onboarding section, read the rules of the Facebook group. I'm here to help you guys as long as you help yourselves. This is a partnership. I will help you as long as you help me halfway. So you guys have a very blessed weekend. Love you all.